Hello, Harley from Knowlton North. It's last day of January, I believe. We're at my house down in the mid-coast, getting some tree work done at our house. These guys work for me when I have a lot of tree work to do. They help my landscaping company out. But we finally decided to take these old pine trees down. I hated to, but there's several reasons behind it. Number one, over the years they've grown so tall. As you can see, once the sun gets behind there, we don't have the sun in the afternoon like we used to. 10 years ago, we heated our house all winter with the sun in the afternoon. And the sun would just pour through these 3 sets of windows and would keep the house nice and toasty most of the day. But since these grew up too much, that doesn't happen anymore. Number two, they're all dying off slowly but surely. We have to take 2 or 3 out every year because they're dying. And then between my granddaughter out here and the dogs and my little garden shed, my new garage, I didn't want to deal with trees falling on stuff. And the third reason, which is probably the biggest reason, is my 2 neighbors back here, for some reason, limbed up all their trees, took half of them out. So basically this neighbor and this neighbor behind the truck can clearly see each other's back porch. And when I sit on my porch, my back deck, I can see them. So we can all 3 sit there and watch each other enjoy cocktails. And I know we're in town, but I don't need to be watching my neighbors do their thing on the deck, and they don't need to be watching me. So I'm going to take all these down so I can get some room and some sun in here and plant some trees this spring and get me a natural fence. I don't like fences. I don't like man-made wooden fences, which there's one behind this truck. You can't see it, but my other neighbor put up. It just looks like hell to me. So we're going to take these big old trees down and plant some new ones. And actually another reason is the deer used to come in here in the wintertime in around Christmas and into January, and they'd lay out in these pines all day. Didn't know what sun they could get. And they'd come out in the afternoons and feed around the feeders and things. They don't do that much anymore because everything's clear cut. So I'm gonna plant some cedars and some firs and some spruce and make a thick little area out here. Maybe for them to hang out in, and like I said, for natural fence for us. So anyway, these boys just started. They got quite a lot done already. They're gonna bring a chipper in later, an excavator, and drive some of this into the chipper, and what's left, one of my guys is going to take one of my dump trucks and lug off some pulpwood for them. So that will help me on cost a little bit. And like I said, we work together quite a bit. He does a lot of big tree work for me, work that we can't do. He's got a young crew. They're good kids, good hard workers, respectful. They clean up good. Just do a good job. I've had good luck with them for years. So I'll come back later and film some more. Hopefully 4 or 5 rows of these trees will be gone. It's going to look empty for a while, but once I get the trees put back in and give them a couple of years, once they get established, they'll grow a foot or 2 a year. So in 4 or 5 years, we should have a good little forest going here. Alright, well I gotta get up to the office. We'll come back later and see what progress they've made. Harley from Knowlton North. Enjoy the outdoors.